sizing. So I'm working on my sizing right now. Sizing. So this is a, I don't know, C type setup or maybe a B type setup because it has no news. So no news. So no news. That's my only argument. So we had X curd there. So it should be around, it should be around, you have A setup, A setup, 30K, B setup, 10K, or no, is it 9K? And then, C setup, like 3K. You can see that the difference between, you know, C setup and A setup is almost 10 times as much. So, Xcur has a lot of indications to make it a potential B or A type setup, but doesn't have like news. So, and then you have to look, what does it have? A downtrend break, you know, what an indication. Downtrend break, uh, downtrend break, low float, past runner somewhat. Number two top gainer on the list. Lots of volume pre-market. And then you have the red thing. No news. So that's kind of like, if it had news, I mean, it would have been an A type setup right here. If it had news, it'd probably be an A type setup, with news. But since it has no news, it's, it's more between a C and a B type setup. So it's more like no news, B or A, B or C type setup. Just because of that, that's just my personal preference. So, everything is, you know, anything can happen. And I want you guys to know, like, this is like a generality. Like, you have to have like a reference point. Of course, we can break this 70 and we can keep running, but you know, but you have to understand that if everything anything can happen in the stock market. Like I can be practicing kickboxing every single day, and I could be the world's lead Andrew Tate, and I can like fight everybody on the street, and there can be a kid around the street that's just gonna show up and punch me in the face. I could be like the greatest. I can be Mike Tyson. That's the thing about trading. So that's kind of like so you have to work on your side.